What's going on, people? It's your boy Big Augs, and welcome back to the Voice of the Tune. Newcastle United won, Southampton nil. That was the final score in today's Premier League game. Newcastle United's first Premier League game of the season at home against newly promoted Southampton. And boy, that was a hard-fought victory. Difficult game. You could see from the first probably 5 minutes, the game plan from Southampton was to keep the ball, you know, um, involving Joe Rebo, Burton Diaz, and Armstrong sort of dropping in spaces and finding spaces and causing us problems, and having three centre backs or three defenders and having the wide fullbacks causing us problems. So it was a difficult game, and for us, our approach was, you know, we're gonna let you play out from the back and see if you can, but we're gonna see if you can beat the press. And Saints have done a good job, to be fair, in beating the press. They looked quite comfortable in terms of the play in position. So it was a difficult game from the start. I watched the Liverpool game today with Ipswich, and sort of similar thing in the first half, where these newly promoted sides, credit to them though, they're very brave. They back themselves. They got belief. They have to believe that every game in the Premier League, they can win. And in the first half, Southampton, probably were the better side, obviously because of the red card, which I'll get onto. But before the red card, they were looking like the team probably most likely. They were dominating the ball, and we probably struggled to find our rhythm. But it just goes to show you that no game is easy in the Premier League. If you turn up and you're not at your maximum, then you will get punished. Because these lower teams, they believe in themselves, like I said, and they're fighting for every point and for every game. So because they want to stay in this league. So and we sort of saw that today as well. But going on to the game and chances in the first half, there probably wasn't many chances for either side. To be fair, the biggest probably moment of the game came in the first half, where Fabian Shaw saw the red card. And for me personally, even though we've seen that given before as a red card, but it's not a red card. That's not a headbutt. I don't even think Fabian Shaw makes an attempt to move his head over to Burton Diaz. Burton Diaz was the one who actually initiated the whole thing, where he barged into Fabian Shaw, and then Fabian Shaw reacted, got up, and he sort of leaned forward. Well, made an attempt to lean forward, and Burton Diaz went down holding his face. And my thing about this is the referees. It's like the referees can't use their own judgment. They're so obsessed with sticking to the rule book, or just playing it safe. Because we've seen those decisions given before, it doesn't mean that you've got to give it every time. They got to think and use common sense. Was that head movement enough to send this player down to the ground? And you can see clearly it wasn't. Even if he moves his head towards him or not, is the contact enough for Burton Diaz to go down holding his face and twisting and turning? And the answer is no, from straight no. But for some reason, when it comes to headbutts, if there's a movement or something and a player goes down, you're off. And maybe that's just the way the game is, and probably Fabian Shaw should be a bit more streetwise in that situation and control his emotions. But come on, referees, man, like you got done there. You got done, and I mean, Burton Diaz he sold the referee there, done me, and the referee felt for it. And the fact that went to VAR, the fact that VAR looked at it in slow motion and whatnot, and still decided that that's a red card, I don't know. Like, probably is the VAR trying to protect the referee? I don't know, but that could have cost us the game. These little moments, like these little things from the referee that they don't get right, can cause teams massively. And today that could have cost us, but we didn't let it cost us. After that, the players were a bit rattled. Of course, rightly so. You'd be rattled too. And sort of we had to suck up some pressure, which we did very well. And then towards the end of the first half, that man himself, JOELINTON, I spoke about him in my match preview. I said he was going to be massive for us this season. We missed him a lot, but he was immense. He was clearing every header, getting every first ball, second ball, defending, stopping attacks, creating attacks, hold up play, combinations with Bruno, just energy, everything that we think of him or you would associate with JOELINTON in midfield, he was today, and it just shows you how much we missed him last season and how key he is to our midfield and to our intensity, because he is the one. Him and Anthony Gordon, they're the two that set the tone. And if they're both off it, or if one of them's not playing, then you can definitely feel the difference in the team, man. So it was very good to see Big Joe have that performance and get his goal. That goal for me, it was like karma. You feel like it was justice from our side, because obviously going down to 10 men and the way we did, and just being under pressure and getting the goal late in the first half, not giving them time to respond, and going into half time to sort of come together again and creating, and rest up and go again in the second half. And the second half was about seeing out the win, because it was difficult. Bruno, Longstaff, and JOELINTON had to put in a shift in. Eddie Howe didn't really want to change them, and it made sense, because those three, they're war dogs, Longstaff again, he's great energy, great enthusiasm, pressurizing the ball, covering the ground, covering the spaces. So I feel like those three were key in the game, especially in the second half. Southampton did have some good chances. Brereton Diaz had a chance. I think the ball hit Livermento's knee, and it just sort of went wide of the post. They had a few chances late on, but we were able to see out the win and get the 3 points in a tricky contest and a hard-fought victory. And it goes to show you that this season the boys are ready to fight. No matter the situation, we're not going to get in a position where we're feeling sorry for ourselves. Instead of that, we have to just accept the situation and fight until the end of the game. And that's exactly what we did today, because we could have easily dropped our heads. We could have easily felt sorry for ourselves and start throwing our arms about and just playing victim. But we did the opposite. We said, you know what, like, it's still 0-0 and we can still beat these, And I compare Southampton to Ipswich because you saw both teams in the first half. That's where they exert most of the energy, and towards second half, that's where probably they lack that sort of cutting edge and to sort of go in on punish sides, because Saints should have scored today, but they didn't. Shout out to Lloyd Kelly. I think he was very good when he came on at left back, and he probably will be the starting left back, because now we're seeing that sort of left-footed centre back can play left back. And Lewis Hall, for me, in the first half, first 30 minutes was a bit shaky. He got booked as well, so a lot for him to take home and to reflect on. But he made a vital block in the second half, so played his part, played well, but probably would need some more time to actually nail on his starting position. Whereas obviously Lloyd Kelly is somebody who Eddie Howe knows very, very well, and has a bit more experience in first team football and playing in the Premier League. So you could sort of see why Eddie Howe signed him in the game today. Probably is a better option at left back than Dan Burn is. So all in all, man, I'm very happy to get the 3 points, start the season off with a win under difficult circumstances and under great pressure. That sets the tone well going into the next game and for the season. So I'm happy, man. My man of the match today was, again, he was immense. It was JOELINTON, man. He was everywhere today, man. And he's somebody who you can see he loves playing for this club. He loves the fans. He's got a great connection with the fans, and even when he scored the goal, the passion, the outpour of emotion that was coming from him was just great to see, man. So that we've got players who want to fight for the badge, fight for the shirt, and it's great to see. And the fans again was amazing. And yeah, 3 points, man, 3 points, and on to the next game. So happy days. Newcastle United get the first win of the season in the first game of the season, and we are on to the next game. So by Big August, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I will respond. Who was your man of the match? Any sort of areas that you feel like we need to improve on? How did you feel certain players improved or played today or performed today? I thought Tino was good at right back. But I think the midfield and Bruno, JOELINTON, and Longstaff were very key to the win today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next video, and I'm out.